First game in new school, what are the kind of emotions like this week?
Man, it's just so real. It's my last game as a collegiate athlete, so I might be a little emotional Saturday. Might just shed a little tear just because, man, it's been a long journey. So I'm just excited to play with my brothers and just go out there and get a W.
The offensive line has gotten so much attention all offseason about improvements. Where do you think your unit is right now, and how you guys kind of responded to some of that?
Man, when you got a coach like Coach Wolf, man, and he challenged you mentally and physically, we just rise up to the occasion. Coach Wolf, he came from Bama, so they had a certain standard. But he also know how to win, and he also know what it takes for us to go to the league. And also just to buy in. No matter what he throws at us, we just bought in and fought for each other.
What should we expect to see from Demi on Saturday?
Man, you gonna expect to see a lot. Demi might have 300-400 yards, no count. Yeah, 300-400 yards. Demi's a real strong, powerful back, and I think he made a lot of strides this offseason, and I think he's going to have a good game.
People kind of sleeping on him a little bit going into this season. I've even heard people say with Chip down, are they going to be able to run the ball? But it sounds like you don't have any concerns about that.
No, sir. It's a next man up mentality. Demi put in the work just how Chip put in the work. So everybody just going to go out there and just play for each other.
Could you just speak about the weapons that the quarterbacks have around them? They've talked about the tight ends getting better, the wide receivers getting better, the running backs getting better, just kind of the weapons that you guys have on offense?
Yeah, we got a lot of weapons, and then we're not young. So we also know what it takes to win games. We also know what it takes to prepare for a game. And we also know what it takes to get to where we want to go. And that's obviously make the 12 seed playoffs.
Gerald, a lot of attention about the tempo of offense going no huddle based on how slow they were the last couple of years. You come from a program that's fast in the country. How would you describe what kind of tempo you guys are offering?
Oh man, it's just the same but a little worse because we got to run outside zone to the right and then we got to hurry up to the ball. You know what I mean? So when we had the scrimmages and we see like, oh wow, like we could actually catch the defense off guard and stretch the defense out and then throw it over top. We just all bought into the system and all bought into what it takes to prepare to have our offense, because our rule is to be the number one offense in the SEC. So I think we have a good group of guys right now that we could do that, and we just got to keep working.
So not quite as fast as Tennessee, but still fast.
Nah, probably a little faster. We go see Saturday. Probably a little faster because we gonna try to really push the tempo and really wear these guys out.
At some points last year, people were really hard on the offensive line. Is that kind of like a point of pride for you guys that you want to prove people wrong and maybe got a little chip on your shoulder?
We always going to have a little chip on our shoulder just because that, we all know what the standard is, and that's the big blue wall. And, for the last few years, it haven't been that. So, bringing in Coach Wolf, bringing in young guys and us just buying into the off-season training and to what, the coaches have for us, like, we gonna shock the world. Let's believe.
What kind of relationship do you guys have with your quarterbacks?
Man, we probably have a best friend relationship. Brock always, he like to, tease with us and play with us. But we also know that, it's Brock's first start, so we got to handle our business up front. So Brock could just be comfortable and throw the ball.
How do you think he'll handle that, being out there the first time as the man?
Who me or Brock? Brock, man, Brock. He not to phase him. One thing I can say about Brock, he's real poised, not to phase him. And then you also got a veteran O-line, so he's just going to go out there and just do his thing that he's been doing.
You guys go up against a really good defense every single day in practice. Do you kind of use them as a measuring stick? If we can move these guys and run the ball against these guys, we're in a pretty good spot?
I mean, no, those guys, they give us work, But at the same time, if we just do what we have to do with our technique and our fundamentals, we'll move anybody off the ball. It don't matter if it's Kentucky defense, Bama defense, Tennessee defense. We just gonna go out there and just play hard and play for each other.
Does it feel like the wait to playing is finally over? Has it been excruciating to get here?
Nah, it feel like I just transferred in, man. It feel like I just played that last game in Orlando with my old school. So I'm just taking everything in. It's my last season. It's just been a blessing to play with my brother, play with the other group of guys that we all worked this whole off season. So I'm just taking everything in. It's just been a so real moment.
How do you feel like the chemistry is on the offensive line? Because I know there's been some times where a guy might have to miss a practice here or there. How do you feel the continuity is up there?
Man, when we all dying out there in practice, man, we all just come together, and that's what makes it so much worth it, because this is the adversity that we all face as a group. And we know that Eli's out there dying and I'm out here dying. That's just gonna make us just keep working, you know.
I think we're seeing a lot of improvement at every position. There's a lot of talent, a lot of competition. I think it's going to ultimately bring us to be a better unit.
How fun is that for you guys, knowing you can mix it up? Demi can catch passes, you got the tempo. Like, there's a lot going on that can really throw off defenses.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I think Coach Hamden's offense is very creative. There's a lot of shifts, a lot of motions, a lot of ways to get different players the ball. So it'll be a lot of fun to see how that plays out on Saturday and throughout the course of the year. But I think it's very exciting. I think we're all going to eat. It's going to be a lot of fun.
We know that Brock's the starter, but you've got Cutter and Gavin both in that 2 spot. What have you seen from all of them? They're all coming in fresh and new, but it seems like they've all really taken to the offense pretty quick.
Oh yeah, I mean, 3 new quarterbacks. It's obviously, we got to get adjusted to it, but we did. We had OTAs all summer, fall camp, everything. So there's a lot of talent in that room. I think some of the most we've seen probably in the past couple of years, but they're all doing great. And, I'm really excited about Brock and about Gavin. I think they're going to do good things, both for us. And then Cutter has a lot of talent. He's got to keep working hard, and I think he could really be the future.
How much do you think we'll see 2 or 3 of you guys in this position group out there together?
Oh, I think there'll be a lot of opportunities for that. Like Coach has said multiple times, we got a really talented group, and we're hoping to play a lot more plays this season. So I think as long as we can keep each other fresh, and I think we'll see a lot of tight ends rolling out there.
A lot of talk about the running game going into the season and Chip not being out there. People are starting to say, hey, maybe sleeping on Demi a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's a next man up mentality, and I think Demi's done a great job all fall camp of stepping up as soon as Chip went down, and we got a lot of talented running backs, Jamarion, Jason Patterson. So I'm really excited about the running back room, and I think they're all going to step up and do a great job.
We've seen more of Demi catching the ball since he's been here than running it. What are we going to see from him when he has the ball and between the tackles?
Yeah, he's a playmaker. He's a hard runner. He has good moves. He can make the second, third level miss, but he's also a pretty powerful guy as well. So I think we're going to see a great mix of it. It's good to having a running back who can do all things. So I think he's going to have a great year. I'm super excited about Demi.
Coach Hamden said he's got some dog in him. What have you seen in camp that has demonstrated that? Can you think of an example or a play maybe?
I mean, there's numerous amounts of plays. I think just seeing him be able to pick up. We asked the backs to do a lot. Like you said, they got to run the ball. They got to be out in the pass game, but they also have to be ready to pick up blitzes. So I think he's always going to give his full effort out there each and every play. And I think just we've seen consistency out of him over the past month or so.
What's a game week like for you? Do you still feel those first game jitters? Like, what are the emotions?
Of course. I think just for the first week, sets a tone for the season. I think it's normal to get a little anxious out there, but I've got to play against a lot of great teams, and I've got some experience under my belt. So obviously there's like I said, a little first game jitters, but I think once we get out there, get rolling, we're going to do our thing.